Salute, Knicks Nation. The streets are buzzing in the six, worldwide, in the Mecca. From coast to coast, the New York Knicks took care of business tonight in the six as they punished the Toronto Raptors, right? Punishing them in the second half. Joshua Hart came alive for 15 straight points. Dante DiVincenzo, 7 3-pointers. Randle and Brunson continue to be hot. And we take care of business like we needed to do, man. We stand on business. In the words of Scott Perry and New York Knicks Nation. Now 12-7 on the season. Friday night Knicks. Let's chop it up. Big time performance. Right, second of the back-to-back, and it was vital to take care of business tonight as we go 5 games above 500 and beat a division rival, and they were no match. You know, it was a frustrating second quarter where we let the Raptors back into it, but it was basically smooth sails for the second half as DiVincenzo once again erupted, and man, he is really starting to click. All right, and I've been saying we were going to see the best of DiVincenzo. You wait and see. And he's really starting to feel comfortable right now. Playing with Brunson, the chemistry, best friends off the court, former champion, knows how to play. But salute to Josh Hart for stepping up his best game of the season tonight on the road. 15 straight buckets, right? And they had no answer. He was aggressive. He wasn't hesitating. He was shooting the three. And this was after a poor first half from Hart as well. But the game started off with Julius Randle living in the paint. The New York Knicks had a huge lead at the end of the quarter, the first quarter, and the Knicks had 20 points in the paint. And RJ Barrett with a big and one to end the half. The Knicks were tied 57-57 after the Raptors bounced back in the second. Right, but Jalen Brunson and Randle took care of business to start the game, and DiVincenzo, Hart helped us close the game. Right, big 15 is what we're all talking about. Right, and it was big time. Loved the energy these guys brought on the second of this back-to-back, guys. You know, we could kind of feel like this could have been a letdown, but the first quarter really let us know that the Knicks were really wanting to take this one. You know, on the road, they know how important next week is going to be. And we're going to talk about it. We'll break it down, chop it up with the best chat in the biz, give out our grades, give out the game ball, and we look ahead to what's going to be a bumper next week for NBA Cup week. And we have 2 days off, and then we head to Brew City, fam. We have 3 days off, and we head to Brew City on Tuesday. But tonight's going to be all about these Knicks, man. And as Daryl said, the Nova Knicks stepping up in a major way, right? All 3 of them, fam. Yeah, it was a cruisy victory in the end, and which is great on the road. And we're not really used to it as much, but when the depth steps up, next man up, is the mantra of this team. But yeah, shout out to everyone, really. We'll give out the grades, of course, but I really like the start Julius Randle had. He was questionable coming in, and with our knee inflammation, but I think obviously that settled down. Randle came out aggressive, and he let his intentions known, right? Scotty Barnes tried his best, along with Siakam, but they didn't have enough, right? OG Anunoby didn't step up. Schroeder didn't really step up, but the Knicks had way too much firepower. The Raptors did cut it to 5, I think in the third. Scotty Barnes was dancing. I don't know why he was dancing. I don't get this younger generation, but you're down 5 and you're dancing. But that woke the Knicks up. And then that's when Josh Hart went on that crazy 15-point run, right? Just when you think you'd seen it all. But I love Mitch's game. RJ Barrett made some nice plays, racked up the assists, wasn't efficient. But RJ Barrett's homecoming in the 6, you could tell he really wanted to have a great game. But RJ Barrett, we'll talk about him. But obviously the ball was flowing, the ball was moving. Him and Randle got plenty of assists. Jalen Brunson was dishing and swishing as well. Big 4-point play from Brunson. He just goes to another gear, with the shooting as well. Super efficient night once again from Brunson. Buzzers in the chat. Nick Task, Big Task, Daryl, let's get it. Prometheus. Yeah, we're really starting to click now. 5 games over 500, but next week is going to be the gut check time, fam, as well. The Raptors aren't where they've been in the last few years. I thought we saw tonight firsthand a much weaker Raptors team, man. But we're on pace for 51 wins. Let's get it. Right, let's chop it up. What was your favourite part of the night, fam? I think the way we started and the way we closed. Yeah, there was some, sloppiness, like I said, in that second, where we did give up the 8-point lead to be tied at the half. But I thought, Barrett's bucket and 1 to end the half. We were down 3 with 2 seconds remaining. Grimes, who we'll talk about tonight, passed up the shot, gave it to Barrett. Barrett had to make a quick move, got the and 1, and finished with the free throw. And we went in at the half tied 57 apiece. But there was no third quarter of doom. It was third quarter of boom. Like I said, after Scotty Barnes hit a couple of 2 trailing threes in a row, Josh Hart woke up and went on a barrage, fam. They had no match for his physicality as well. But I love the shooting. You see 44% from 3. The Raptors, man, are wretched 18%. Field goal percentage was above 50. Salute to that. Only 12 turnovers. The Knicks are one of the best teams at taking care of the ball. 3 blocks, 6 steals. We got 30 assists up tonight, which is probably maybe the team high, I think, for the season, I'd say. 30 assists is a lot. 51 rebounds. We were living in the paint early, but the Raptors came back with points in the paint. We were raining threes with Devo unconscious. Fam, we lost the fast break points and the second chance points, actually. We lost the rebounding battle. So the Raptors really did come alive. They came alive in that second. We gave up the advantage, like I said, but the third quarter really blew this one wide open. We got that 10-point lead, and we just held on all the way through the fourth. It was Brunson bucket tonight. Julius Randle was excellent with his assists, and he was really having a great floor game overall. Yep. What's good, Hans? Appreciate you. Devo unconscious. Yes, sir. The bench showed up. Quickly didn't have a great game, but it was next man up with Hart, with Devo. And Kerry says Barnes can ball. Yeah, he tried to carry them. Disappointing from their perspective. No OG Anunoby got into foul trouble on a night where we were the ones coming off a back-to-back. Also, Julius Randle, questionable with the knee, but really a really satisfying win, right, to get this one in the can now, fam. With the division, with the East, we'll look at the standings. But yeah, this team's really starting to show they've got different gears, when they all step up. And as the caption says, fam, 6 guys in double figures. That's the best of the season so far. And DiVincenzo with 7 threes. I thought Quentin Grimes, off a really slow first half, he also bounced back in the third, came alive, missed the shot, grabbed his own rebound, was aggressive, got to the line, hit 2 free throws. We'll talk about Grimes at length, right? And you guys know what I'm thinking. Last show I said we must get DiVincenzo into the starting lineup at some point. But I had a feeling it wouldn't happen tonight because, it's a road game. But nonetheless, man, Brunson's been outstanding all season. Randle's been on a tear recently, and the bench really stepped up. So on a night where we lost the rebounding battle, we're showing that we can win in multiple ways as well. We didn't even win fast break points, but the Raptors just could not buy a bucket, man, from deep. they're not a good 3-point shooting team at all. One of our best nights shooting from the field too, 50%. You guys know where we're at in terms of the stats, right? And just before we look at the box score, I'm just going to bring up the stats of the Knicks, right? Where we're at after 18 games. This is before tonight's game. We're basically 6th in the league in net rating, 4th in defensive rating, 11th in offensive rating, 4th at turnovers, taking care of the ball. Tonight we only had 12. That's below league average. So we'll continue to be excellent in that area. We've moved up to now 7th in 3-point shooting, and I think after tonight we're going to move up even more. 30 assists, so we get that up. We're 28th in assists right now, but you see our impact defensively. First in rebounding percentage, second in opponents' points per game. We held the Raptors to 106. That's excellent. So we're averaging 110 per game, and we're giving up 105 per game. So that margin's going to even grow further with 119 tonight, fam. But yeah, we're a top 5 defense, top 10 offense, and we really are coming. We really are coming into our own, fam. So let's give out these grades without further ado. And yeah, it's going to be popping. Give out grades with me, and we shout out our heroes, right? And see who gets the game ball. But yeah, everyone coming through the building. Salute replay squad, 12-7 on the season. We're about to look at the standings. The New York Knicks are clicking now. Best position of the season. Smash that like button, and let's get into it. As we know, man, it's always satisfying to win on the road as well. You know, you can't take that for granted. And I know how popping the chat is right now. Old Head says, what a game. We're starting to gel, showing our potential, how good we can be. Yeah, I'm loving it, man. Slow start to the season too for Devo and for Hart, but tonight they woke up big time. Mine says, Barnes said it, Grimes is not him. I remember that. That was in my mind tonight too, fam. But we got the last laugh in terms of the victory. I don't really know why Scotty Barnes was dancing when they were down 5. I'm like, I never really seen that much. I know these young kings got swagger. I know they got game. But I don't know, tell me, am I off? I never seen a dude dance when the team's down by 5. He hit a couple threes and he started dancing on the floor. I'm like, okay, right. If it's all about you, it's just all about your numbers. I don't get it. But the Knicks had the last laugh because we showed the Raptors up, and we punked them in the home building. And you know who's going to be the happiest man alive tonight? Is one Jimmy James Dolan getting that one on their coach, their organization, etc. And we further put the punishment on them in the standings, man. They're not even in the play-in picture right now. But that's enough Raptors, right? It's all about these Knicks now. We always start with the starting lineups, right? So we're going to hit on Devo, obviously. Who do you think gets the game ball? This is going to be the most difficult decision, right, in terms of who gets the game ball tonight. And I think, right, this is going to be a season first, but we're going to give out multiple game balls tonight. We have to. We can't just give out one game ball because there was just a couple of monumental games from the season, right, so far. But firstly, let's start with the captain, right, Jalen Brunson. Step on up to the podium, JB. So Jalen was clicking early in 36 minutes on the second night of a back-to-back. Jalen, you played an outstanding defensive game, right? You were all over the place. You slowed down Schroeder. You took multiple hits. You took charges. I think it was at least 3. Maybe I lost count. But yeah, Brunson's so gritty. He's so tough. He's getting fouled all the time. He's getting, dudes cut him under on the 3-point shot. and he's still coming to ball, man. He was 9 of 21, 3 of 8, 37%. That's a little down from what he's been doing, but he's shooting high volume. 1 free throw hit, 5 boards, 8 assists, just 2 turnovers, 2 fouls, 22 points, right? And he also kind of deferred late in that third. So Jalen Brunson, outstanding defensive game, steady as ever with the ball, knows he could take over when he needs, but 8 assists on 22 points. That's the perfect balance, I think, from a lot of Knicks Nation feels that, he can do 8 assists, get the ball moving, also penetrate, devastate as well, fam. So on a night like this, right, you're going to get your grade right now, but you're not going to get the game ball. There's going to be some other Knicks that get the game ball tonight. But Jalen Brunson, on any other night, you could get the game ball, but you've had plenty of action. So, with that said, Jalen Brunson, step on up. Outstanding game. Right. Just not as efficient as you've been recently, but nonetheless, you get an A. Jalen Brunson, A for today. Big win, efficient, lit it up. But on a night like this, someone else is going to get the game ball, man. But 8 assists, love it. And you're attacking, and you were solid defensively as well. So, second night of a back-to-back, we've got to factor that in. A lot of travel. Man, it was tough. These guys obviously left New York late after last night's game, had to fly in, probably got jack all sleep. This was a letdown game written all over it, but it was the complete opposite. We played way better tonight than we did last night, fam. So that I appreciate the effort. And I kind of felt like maybe these guys knew that they had 3 days rest, and then they knew that next week's a huge week. So this win was so important, fam, and we took care of business. So I love it. Jalen Brunson's performance, A for today. Now, get back on that plane, rest up, 3 days rest, and we'll do some film session, and we'll do some practice, get ready for this NBA Cup next Tuesday, fam, in the Brew City. Let's get it. Jalen Brunson, next man up. Right? Next man up is going to be none other than Randle. Outstanding first quarter. Set the tone. Was aggressive. Was bullying his way. Part of the Knicks having 20 points in the paint to start the game off. But yeah, Julius, he was absolutely dominant. They had no answer. He was efficient. Julius was 8 of 15 from tonight, 1 of 4 from 3. So it's definitely been a trend. Those 3-point attempts have come down. I don't know if it's to do with the ankle, the slower start to the year, but I like what we're seeing from Julius in terms of shot selection now. He was more aggressive, trying to get to the rim, punish them. 3 of 3 from the field, from the line, 10 boards, 9 assists, and a 20-point game, plus 15. Julius Randle, along with Jalen Brunson, was also plus 15. 2, outstanding performance from Julius. Like I said, I love the fact that he was moving the ball. 9 assists, 1 assist shy of a triple-double, Second game in a row that's been so close to that triple-double. You deserve it, and keep playing like this, man, you'll get it. You'll get it real soon. Because, you also set the tone early. Outstanding performance overall. I'm going to give Julius Randle tonight the A+, fam. And also, you're going to get signature gold star. Signature performance from Julius Randle. This is his all-star pattern and all-NBA type performance, man. Almost the triple-double. Stand up. Julius Randle, we need you next week. We need you big time. And you're definitely going to deliver. against Milwaukee, right? We need you against Giannis. So hopefully the knee is all good. You know, whenever you hear there's a knee inflammation, hopefully it's nothing serious. You know, rest up, get some ice, and get back to New York City, baby. Yep, get that rest in. And I think next week's going to be a huge week. We can get it. So appreciate you, Julius, for actually gritting this one out too. You know, second night of a back-to-back. What do you guys think? A lot of players might have, you know, taken it off if our coach wasn't Tom Thibodeau, or if he wasn't Julius Randle. You know, he hates missing games. So I think outstanding leadership from our two big guns. But yeah, the big six stepped up. Definitely with 6 in double figures, fam. Michael's gone at the A+. I agree with the gold star. Yes, sir. Good minds think alike. Michael says also Randle was ballin' hard. Grades for Brunson is an A+ too. Yep. Tay says facts. A couple of times he didn't have it going, and after the ISO he kicked it out. Yeah, I love it too. And not too, overconfident with the three. You know, not jacking up the three ball as well. I think the defense knows he shoots it well enough to close out, and then he attacks as well. So that was critical. Like, you know, 20 points in the paint in the first quarter on the road is outstanding. You know, not getting in that mindset of trying to shoot threes only. So shout out and I stand up. Right, so next man up, returning back home, is RJ Bully Barrett. Returned to the six. Had some really bright moments, but also the three-point shot hasn't been fallen ever since he took that layoff. But RJ Barrett was aggressive, a couple of nice drives, finishes. He ended up with 6 of 18. So he shot a lot of attempts tonight. They definitely featured RJ through stretches, but 6 attempts on 3, one hit, but it's 2 of 3 from the line, 4 rebounds, got 6 assists, just 2 turnovers, and was a 15 -5. So Grimes was neutral in a plus minus, but Barrett was the only other starter in the minus tonight. It was an up and down game from RJ, but yeah, he's definitely working his way after missing, you know, that layoff. He was in a groove, you know, which kind of sucks. RJ was really, really balling out from the 3, but tonight, 2 turnovers. At least he's not turning the ball over, but yeah, he's just not as efficient as he was before he went out. But look, 15 points. He plays his role in the starting unit. As long as he continues to be aggressive, I think that it's going to start falling for RJ once again. So for me tonight, for his return, I'm going to give RJ Barrett a B- for his performance tonight. What do you guys think for RJ Barrett's performance? 15 points. I love the 6 assists. Did run the floor, finished on the break. It's really just the 3-point shot right now. Hits a couple more threes. That efficiency goes way up. So yeah, it's all about rhythm, I think, for that. But you love his aggression still. Could have got to the line a little bit more. 3 attempts. But yeah, the 3-point, the free throw shooting is still improved. So let's get it against Milwaukee, RJ. Let's see you back in New York City, and let's get it. Now, next man up is Q. Quentin Grimes. Step on up to the podium, Q. 21 minutes, was 1 of 3. Missed his 2 3-point attempts. Got to the line, like I said earlier. Finished on that drive, got fouled. Finished from the line after getting fouled. 1 rebound only, 2 assists, 2 fouls, 4 points. I think, yeah, we need to get Grimes with the bench. Get him activated, get his confidence up. Now tonight, he bounced back. He battled in the third, was aggressive after getting his rebound, took it strong. That's what you want to see, no hesitation. But simply Grimes isn't getting the attempts, the trust, whatever it is, the confidence to cut and get in positions is not there. I don't really feel like it's they're not passing it to him. They are passing it to him. Maybe he's just not in the right positions to get the shot off. But I think after tonight, it's pretty clear DiVincenzo is in a groove. You could definitely make the case where DiVincenzo, people might want his production to stay coming off the bench, and Grimes' defense complements the starting lineup. I completely get that point. I think at some point, though, if this continues, it's hard to argue against switching it up. DiVincenzo's floor spacing is amazing with Brunson and Randle, right? Wide open shots. And not only that, but the guy's swishing. Man, it's absolutely nothing but net for Devo right now, and I really do think it's a good look, closing it up. So, with that said, let's get Grimes' grade. Right. So you're going to get Quentin a C- for your performance. So got to the line, hit both free throws, but yeah, we're not getting the production we need as a starting shooting guard, nor is he getting the attempts. So something's got to give, and something's just not working right now. Let's get him with the bench and get him activated, fam. So Quentin, let's see you next week. I hope it's coming off the bench, but I know it's still early in the season. Maybe Tom Thibodeau doesn't want to, shorten his confidence. I'm not going to say hurt or remove his confidence, but maybe shorten his confidence, taking him out of the starting lineup. It's quite early in the season still. I get it. We're winning. But, man, it's just tantalizing what we're seeing from Devo right now. We're about to get to him, right? We're on the final starter of the night, Mitch Robb. Outstanding performance was Mitch tonight. Again, was 3 of 3 from the field, holding all these bodies off the glass, helping us get 20 points in the paint as well, sealing the man off. Got 5 boards, 2 offensive, 4 steals for Mitchie, and a block, 2 turnovers, 3 fouls, 6 points for Mitchie Robb. So holding us down, all defensive type player right now is Mitchell Robinson with the 4 steals, the block. You get also a gold star because it's a defensive performance, signature defensive player night with the 4 steals and the block and the 2 offensive rebounds, right? 31 minutes. Mitchie, stand up. You're going to get Mitchie's grade coming up. B+ for Mitchie tonight. Stand up, fam. Smoking the Raptors pack. Yep. Joe, appreciate you. Let's go. Big win, right? This could have been a letdown game in seasons past. This shows the growth of the team, the evolution. One guys don't have it. Other guys do have it. We're dangerous now with DiVincenzo here. Remember, this is a piece we didn't have last year. People were saying we didn't make an upgrade. People were saying $12 million is too much. People were saying, why do we need another guard? He's 6'4". Well, I think tonight kind of answered a lot of those questions, fam. What do you guys think? We're about to hit on Devo as well. But just when you think the attention is all on Randle, Barrett, Brunson, someone's going to get freed up. Someone's going to get loose. And that man is Devo. Quickly, it's sometimes Barrett. Tonight it was Hart, etc. Fam. One night it's going to be Grimes. But yeah, Raptors are trash. Yep. And we'll look at where they're at in the standings, but we carved them out. As David says, absolutely carved them up. And Julius was big in that first quarter, fam, too. So now, we haven't given out a game ball yet, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the starting unit, right? Could have given it to Randle, could have given one to Brunson, but those guys don't get a game ball tonight. And I hinted we might give out multiple game balls. So first man up off the bench, the one, the only, Big Ragu stepping up. Basically another career night for threes. 7 threes, 7 of 9, 7 of 10 from the field, 22 minutes only. Only a rebound, 1 assist, but 21 points. Talk about efficiency on limited touches, man. Right, he was absolutely smoking them late in the game. I love his deep range. I love the fact that he can pull up. He did have a couple of shots that were kind of twisting his body. He needs to get, square to the bucket and get that 3-point shot off. But yeah, he was deadly tonight. There's nothing really more to say. We need this man in the starting lineup. I love his spacing with Randle and Brunson, and Barrett and Mitch out there as well. So, Devo, man, for at a critical time when we really needed your production, it was a situation where the game wasn't finished. It was still in doubt, but you helped close it out. A for you, Dante DiVincenzo, and your first game ball of the season, right? And we're gonna give out another game ball because I think these two people deserve it. But yeah, DiVincenzo, take that A, bring that sniper over to Milwaukee, man. We need it. Let's get it. Really efficient playing off ball as well, and yeah, just a perfect complement to Brunson and Randle, right? I love those no-look dishes. The defense doesn't even think that Brunson's going to give it up. DiVincenzo doesn't hesitate. That's what we need. Catching, shooting, devastating, man. 77% from 3. That's ridiculous. Ridiculously good. And that's going to get our percentage way up too. Luke goes with the A+ for Devo. Salute, salute, salute. Yep. First game ball of the season. Almighty gives a game ball to J Hart. He's next. Best believe he's up next as well. But yeah, great Avi as well. Jalen Brunson's taken a few game balls already. Michael wants to give Grimes a C+. Yeah, I liked how he fought through the third. We're just not getting the production we need yet. But yeah, I mentioned in the last show, a veteran just needs to get with Grimes and just take him under his wing and, pat him on the back, just, get his confidence, pump him up. And I think, Grimes is a big factor in this season, right? Best believe that. But we're deep. We look at Grimes, 21 minutes. Some guys are going to lose minutes. We knew this coming to the year. We knew, dudes who produce are going to start to, get more minutes. DiVincenzo all the way up to 22 now. So much, much deserved. Fam, salute. I can't wait to see him play more with the starters. So I think that's going to come at some point. I really do. But we'll see. Now, next man up. Right, he had a poor first half, but he did something that we haven't seen very often, man, which was astonishing. 15 straight buckets in a row for a guy who's not known for offense, but literally he was all heart. Josh was 7 of 11, 4 of from 3 of 4 from deep, 8 rebounds, man, 3 offensive, 1 block, 3 turnovers, 3 fouls, 17 points, plus 11 in 30 minutes. He made the most of every single minute tonight on the road. He was beasting, finishing on the break as well. So yeah, look at that big layup running the break. Brunson found him as well. So without further ado, man, this one's going to be easy. But before you get your grade, Josh, you also get a second game ball for tonight for breaking the game wide open, man. Literally, impact player. 15 straight buckets. Let's go. Right, much deserved. And with that said, you'll also get an A for me. And absolutely impactful at the right moment. Always ran the floor, rebounded extremely well. You could get an A plus tonight, but obviously, you weren't the top scorer, all of that kind of thing. I think A is a fair grade, right? What do you guys want to give for Josh? Do you think it's fair to give out 2 game balls tonight for these 2 gentlemen coming off the bench, right? Change the game. Dante with his 7 threes got an A, and a game ball. Josh Hart for the third quarter stretch, basically breaking the hearts of the Raptors, man, as well. So, yeah, a lot of people look at talent on paper. The Raptors have got Gary Trent, OG, Siakam, Scotty Barnes, Schroeder, Pirtle, Precious Achiuwa, Boucher. They really should be playing better than what they are, but they're just not playing well right now. Can't shoot, can't dominate, and on their home floor, right, they were weak. They were weak tonight, but the Knicks were not taking any credit away from us. We were too strong, right? And that's what we can do. We can overwhelm teams, especially when we come at them in waves, right? Just when you think the Knicks are out of a game, they just blow it wide open, either with threes or getting to the line or just running the break as well. So, yeah, these guys are really starting to get it now, I think. They're really starting to click. JD, Johnny Davis, yeah, Hart was a grown man out there. Yeah, he was a man among boys. You said it. Definitely. 8 big boards as well, crashing the glass. A for Luke. Yep, on point. Loved the fact that he was crashing the glass, big time. One of the best rebounding guards in the league. Impactful, basically. His middle name should be Impactful, I think. He's usually always in the plus as well. So now we've got 2 more players left. Let's look at the road ahead. What's happening around the league? Continuing to chop up this game. Shout out the chat. And IQ Godson, step up. Quiet night for IQ, but 3 of 6 was better than the other night. Was efficient tonight. 1 of 3 from deep. I love the fact that he got to the line. 3 of 4. A rebound, an assist, a steal. 10 points, plus 16. So very solid performance, just not high volume, but was moving the ball, was quick, defensively was good. So stand up. For me, quickly tonight, you'll get a B. A B, you could get a B minus. I gave RJ Barrett a B minus. He was a little more inefficient. He was inefficient, but quickly does get the B for me tonight. Yeah, decent game off the bench, 10 points in under 20 minutes, and efficiency. But yeah, the big Ragu had it going. He was flowing, and we fed the hot hand. Yep. Absolutely hot. IQ, step on up. We're going to need you next week, right? Big time. We know you love playing in big national moments. So IQ, get some rest, and let's see you back in New York City at practice, and let's get it in Milwaukee, man. Now, the final guy up is Isaiah Hartenstein. Tonight, he was hustling and muscling, 8 boards, 2 offensive, was 2 of 3 from the line as well, 1 of 3 from the field, +7, 4 points. Quiet night from Hart, but yeah, cleaning the glass, right? 8 rebounds in 16 minutes. That's excelling in your role. You know, that's knowing what this team needs from you. So you're also going to get a B. What do you guys think? Hart, his hustle, 8 rebounds. I love that strong finish under the bucket when it was early in the first quarter, I think, or in the second. Under the glass, he absolutely pounded his shoulder into the chest of a Chiwa, I think, and went up strong, you know, and finished it. So no messing around for Hart tonight. Solid B for your performance. So last guy on the plane, we robbed the 6. Let's get out of here. We snatched the win. Big win, 119 to 106. Now we start to look ahead for these New York Knicks, right? But excellent performance overall. I love Randle and Brunson's start, finish as well, but Hart and DiVincenzo really took the game balls for their a performance in terms of just busting the game wide open with threes and with a scoring barrage from Hart with his rebounds. So salute Knicks Nation, salute Replay Squad, salute chat, right? The streets are buzzing. Smash that like button. We are now 12-7 on the season, and reasons to feel optimistic about where we're headed. I think the team is playing still really good ball in patches. We still can be better. You know, we could be better in some areas. So if we're looking at these statistical categories, fam, right now after 18 games before tonight, this is exactly what I would have signed up for. You know, I mean, you could criticize a couple things like, you know, Grimes's start to the year. You could criticize, I guess, or be upset that Barrett missed, you know, with the migraines, you know, and that it's taking him time to, you know, get back to where he was. But that aside, you know, no injuries, 6th in the league in net rating, right? Basically, we're a top 6 team in the league. We're holding, like I said, teams to average of 105. We're putting up 110. We're second in opponents' points, you know, right now. Second in opponents' points per game. 15th in opponents' field goal. 4th in defensive rating, right? 12th in steals. 12th in getting the opponents to turn the ball over. That's kind of like a top 10, top 5 defense right there. But offensively, I think there's room to grow. Pace, 29th. Assists, 26 right now. But I would have signed up for this in a heartbeat, which is 7th in the league in 3-point percentage, man. Let that sink in. A lot of that is Jalen Brunson. Also, Randle's not taking as many threes. But yeah, IQ Devo. Barrett starts of the year as well with the 3-ball early. 7th in the league right now, man, in 3-point shooting. Right, that's incredible. That's probably the biggest surprise to me. You know, me personally. I didn't think we'd be top 7 in threes. Yeah, and this ain't, you know, we're no longer ain't no small sample. You know, because we're 18 games. You know, tonight 19th game, and we shot excellent from 3 as well. So, yep, something to build upon. Now, the real test is going to come, ladies and gentlemen. With this situation, we've got the big game on Tuesday, so we can have a 3-day rest. We've got the whole weekend off. These guys can get back to New York City. Hopefully, if I'm Thibodeau, I give them tomorrow off. I give everybody a day off. Sunday, also maybe another recovery film session. Monday, some practice, and then Tuesday, we are in the Brew City now. This game counts for the regular season, just as normal. And it counts for the NBA Cup as well. So we've got 2 reasons to win. You know, the players got that extra money. and I think they're gonna come out so fired up. I really think that this team knows where they're at, and there's a huge opportunity now ahead, fam. I think we can really create separation for where we need to get. And we're about to pull up the standings to see where the New York Knicks are at. And I'm going to bring that up now. After tonight's game, right, the Knicks will be moving up the standings. We're close to Philly. But yeah, it's going to be important to win Tuesday. I really feel good about our chances. We haven't played the Bucks with full strength. We know defensively that they're not the same team as well. So, with that said, right now the New York Knicks have moved to 12-7, and on the standings we are tied, ladies and gents, with Philly. So, I mean, awesome work from this team to start the year. I can't say it any other way, because we are tied for fourth after a tough part to the start of the year. Guys are finding their groove. We've played back-to-backs more than anybody, and we've also played short-handed. We had some good moral victories. I think almost beating Phoenix. That was a disappointing loss, but we almost beat Milwaukee as well. So I like our chances. Philly, I kind of had them on a similar tier heading into the year. A lot of people thought the Philly 76ers are better than us, but no Harden. Maxi's balled out, but the Knicks are right there, fam. According to the standings, we also have one game away between us and the Bucks too. So let that sink in. Another reason where we can give them an L, and another we can get the dub on Tuesday, and then we can almost move into that third seed. We will be officially tied with third if we beat the Bucks as well. So man, there is a lot at stake next Tuesday, baby, for cup money, extra $100,000, regular season, but also advancing to the semi-finals. So yeah, I can't wait, and this win's come at a perfect time, tonight, because we get those 3 days off and we can focus now, ladies and gentlemen, for next week. So this is the scenario. If we win on Tuesday, which I'm going to say we're going to win, then we'll get Wednesday off, and then we will play Thursday, 5 p.m. against the winner of the Celtics and the Pacers. So I think the Celtics will win that one. So I'm going to say we're going to play the Celtics again on Thursday. Right. I'm going to predict now we handle our business on Tuesday. Right. I think this team is just gelling right now, and the Bucks are rife for the taking. So we win that one, and then we back it up on Tuesday against the Celtics or the Pacers. It'll kind of be fun if the Pacers win. I think we've got a better chance against them, obviously, than the Celtics. But the unfortunate thing is it's going to be away again on the road. So, I correct myself. If we win, if we're playing the other winner, that's in Vegas. Right. If we lose on Tuesday, we will have to go to the losers building out of Boston or Indy if we lose on Tuesday. So I'm not going to predict that. I'm going to predict we win and we go to Vegas, baby, for the semi-finals on national TV, ESPN, against the Boston Celtics. Man, for a chance for the championship. What are you guys predicting? Yeah, our community's in the building. Let's go. Let's go. D. Gons is here. At least Grimes plays very good to excellent D. RJ's D is horrendous. Send him to the bench. Man, I don't see that happening. I think RJ Barrett's been inefficient. He's not been playing well since returning. Uh, I agree with you on that thing, but I don't think he's going to go to the bench. But I've heard some people want that. I respect your take, but I do think the fact that the Knicks have so many options, there's going to be more nights. So, get used to this. More nights where a couple of really good players don't have good nights. There's only one basketball. On any night, the Knicks could have 6 guys in double figures. And that means Grimes is only going to get 3 or 4 shots sometimes. Barrett might see limited minutes. If someone else is playing better, etc. I think technically Hart playing so well tonight. If he wasn't playing well in the second or in the third or fourth, he might have lost minutes as well. So Luke says the Nick Wall is coming for Giannis. Yeah, yes sir. And I got to quote Nick Yak too from last night's show. The analogy is the Knicks might have to play the Bucks and the Celtics 5 times, but Nick Yak, he flipped it on a switch instead, and you look at it like the Bucks have to play us 5 times. The Celtics might have to play the Knicks 5 times. It's not the other way around, baby. So let's keep that confidence, I mean, why not be confident, People say the Knicks are mid, the Knicks can only go so far. You got to be in it to win it. And right now we've got players that believe in themselves, they're full of confidence. Sometimes it's irrational confidence, but that's what you need in the NBA, The bounce of the ball can go your way. If you believe, you can beat anybody. If we were to win the cup, it wouldn't really mean a lot, like in terms of significance. It won't sink in until, later in the years, as the years pass. But all I want to do is just continue to play well and, and get these players rewarded for their wins. And I do think that the league has mad respect for the Knicks right now. There's a lot of people, as these metrics say, believe that, we really are a top 10 team in the league, top 5 in the East. The numbers are real, and I think as the schedule gets more difficult for these other teams, the schedule lightens up for us. I think the league is going to, notice around the 40 game period, when it's all said and done, when the Knicks are around that 4th, 3rd seed, I think people are really going to start to notice as well. So nothing in that top 6 surprises me at all, outside of the Magic being that high. But I did think the Magic would be good. I just didn't think they'd be in second, but we don't know, they might come back down. It's still early, right? It's really, really early. The Heat make a late run. We can't get fooled again. The Heat are going to come. They got good, Yarquez, good pickup, playing really well. Philly might have to make a trade deadline move to get extra help. See, we're in a position where we don't really need to make a deadline move because we've already got reinforcements on our bench. You see already. So, let's make a statement. There's no other way I can think about it, but the Knicks need to make a statement next week and beat Milwaukee, beat the Celtics, and get to the championship game, right? Either way you slice it, those 2 games mean something for the regular season. So we've got to take care of the business, right? And another reason is if we beat Milwaukee, at least the second game next week is going to count for the regular season as well, but it's going to be in Vegas, so we're not going to be giving, Indiana or Boston a home court advantage. If we lose to Milwaukee, then we have to play another good team in their building, you see. But if we were to beat Milwaukee, at least we play the winner out of Celtics or Indy in Vegas. So the crowd's going to be popping. You guys know what the crowd's going to be in Vegas for the Knicks. So we're coming, ladies and gents. So, Yeah, we're tied with fourth with Indiana. The streets are buzzing. Smash that like button. And let's look at the action for today. So, looks like the Nuggets about to put the beat down on the Suns. That's good. The Magic, tough win. Another win, but a tough win against the Wiz. Great to see the Grizzlies get a big win and defeat the Mavericks. I got Desmond Bane in my fantasy team. He's balling out, and good to see the Mavericks slide a bit. We need that draft pick. Just quietly, we need that draft pick to be better. Right, they're too good this year. And then the Celtics beat Philly. So yeah, Philly are right where they're rife for the taking. Fam, we're tied with Philly in fourth, tied for fourth, and then we have the Spurs go down to the Pels, who are really playing really good ball right now, and of course the Spurs back down to earth. So, yeah, really exciting times, fam. After, how you feeling? Right, I feel the vibes coming, the energy coming from the chat. 12-7. I don't know. Think I even need to ask, but would you have signed up for this start to the year? I would have signed up for it ASAP. You know, no doubt about it. Look where we're at in the East, ladies and gentlemen. So, comfortably in the playoff spot, but tied for fourth with Philly, and obviously we have that tiebreaker so far on the Heat. We have that edge, the edge on them, and obviously the Pacers are coming too. So we want to keep some daylight. Now, if we move down a little bit, the Cavs, they're no match so far, 10-9. The Hawks struggling. The Nets, the Raptors, 2 games below 500, fam. So you get that karma tonight, Toronto, fam. You didn't trade OG. You lost Fred VanVleet for nothing. Right? Stubborn Masai Ujiri. You got Gary Trent. You're trying to flog him off for 2 first-round picks or whatever. Overrating your players. It's time. Your sins are catching up to you, Masai Ujiri. It's time to break that thing up. Right? You ain't going nowhere in a hurry. So 9-11. You got Scotty Barnes. Just start building around him. OG Anunoby's an unrestricted free agent. It's time to wake up. Fam, wake up, Toronto. You need to do something. So start a fire sale. Such as the Bulls. They're going to blow it up too. So happy we piled on the pain tonight. So that's the scenario for next week. Then we play Toronto at MSG, right, on Monday next week. The Monday the following week, and then we hit the road, Jack, for a 5-game road trip. Utah, hopefully revenge on Phoenix. The Clips, that's going to be a good one. Back-to-back Phoenix Clips, and then the Lakers, the Brooklyn Nets, right, at MSG 2.0 in Brooklyn, and then Milwaukee back at MSG, and then Milwaukee again. Man, this schedule's crazy. Yeah, this schedule is absolutely insane, ladies and gents. Milwaukee back-to-back home and homes. It's why it's so important that we took care of these games. The big win against Miami, beating Charlotte, Detroit, and now Toronto, right, to get us that little cushion, 5 games over 500 before we take on this stretch, fam. But I would absolutely trade a couple of these bad, wins against bad teams to beat Milwaukee and to beat Boston. That would be huge for the standings as well. We would catch up, and it would bring them down to earth, fam. So let's get it right. What do you guys predict for next week? Because it's so important, these games next week and December coming up too. So you're loving where we're at. Brunson's playing like an all-star. Randle's now playing like an all-star. DiVincenzo stepping up quickly, has been sixth man of the year so far for the season for me. Hart's getting his groove back. Barrett had a great start to the year. Hopefully the form returns soon. And I think, Grimes, get your groove back off the bench, fam. And then I think we can really start to make big noise. I'm talking huge noise for this situation. Look where we're at, 6th in the league, in net rating. So that's big time. Like I said, nothing's really surprised me outside of the 3-point shooting. Us being that good, in terms of our 7th, in 3-point shooting. So, but yeah, remarkable night, man, for Hart, for 15 straight buckets. Here is one of my favourite buckets tonight. Barrett to Mitchell Robinson. Here we are. What do you guys think of this one? Works his way, spots the big man, head up on a swivel, and Mitch was feasting and beasting as well. So that was a beautiful highlight for the play for the night. Barrett and Mitch have good chemistry. They really do. So yeah, Michael, no one got us to win this tournament. I seen the odds, fam. Yeah, a lot of disrespect. So for those that don't know, the Knicks are actually the worst odds out of any team remaining to win the in-season tournament. I mean, it is a novelty, but you're trying to tell me that the Indiana Pacers have better odds than us to win the thing? The Pelicans? Who else is left? The Kings, the Pelicans, us. I mean, yeah, it's time to really shock the world now and wake these people up, fam. Our communities gives Tibbs a B+ for tonight. Yeah, solid game. He did leave Randle and Brunson to rest a little. He did leave them on the bench for a bit late, but the run was coming. So yeah, Luke, good question. Almost 20 games in. What's Coach Tibbs's grade for the season? For me, it's a. I'm gonna go B+. To be fair, I think to be fair with Tibbs, B+ so far. To get us to where we're at. Obviously, it's been off the back of a lot of great play from Barrett early, Brunson and Randle recently, quickly, Mitch. And the bench, but yeah, the levels, the gears that I spoke of that we have to go, it's dependent on other guys, stepping up too. And, we're starting to see Devo, the best of him. We're starting to see the best of Josh Hart, which is just enormous in terms of where we can get. Yep, we're gonna go off like a frog in a sock. Yeah, man. Moving on up, Michael. Yep, definitely we are. I take it. Yep, 12-7, feel good win in the 6. This isn't the kind of win we would get in the last couple of years. It wouldn't be this cruisy, but we're that dominant now. We're beating. We're 10-0. We are 10-0 against team sub 500, fam. So we are putting the beat down on the 10 bad teams we've played, fam. And 12-7. We just got to start to beat those good teams, We beat the Heat. That was a good win. We beat the Clippers. They're not a good team, though. But we're just starting to cook, fam. Like, Julius was moving the ball there. Great swing to RJ. Fam in the corner. I really love Julius Randle's playmaking recently. Yeah, he's really starting to find guys get them set up, get them going. Last night it was Brunson getting Randle going late also. So, yeah, love the opportunities this team can have moving the ball. I love the fact that we're 6 in net rating. Like we continue to chop up. We've looked at the road ahead. What else do you have any questions? Anything you want to throw out there as we have 3 days rest? We'll have a guest on as well shortly, and I'll be talking to John Schmelk from the New York Giants, and formerly the WFAN. We'll hear from John. John's been recovering. He had pneumonia. He was supposed to come on last week or earlier in the week. But we will get John Schmelk on, talk to him about the season. It's at a great time. There's been people talk about trade buzz. Today we heard there's no market for Zach LaVine. And then we've also heard DeMar DeRozan, fam, would prefer to come to the Knicks. So that's interesting. He's put the Knicks and he's put, I think, the Heat, as his top 2 preferences. So I don't think there's a need for either of those guys. I think we're good, unless it's a real difference maker. If it's a Donovan Mitchell at the deadline, yes, I'll think about it. If it's an bona fide all-star level player, I just don't think we need either of those guys as we get Josh Hart back up with his game ball, fam, and his A for the game tonight, and also DiVincenzo took the game ball. We're giving out game balls, so yeah. Tay, what's good? Appreciate you. I love DeRozan, the player. I think this move would have been good 2 years ago, but I just think right now, where we're going for the future as well, I think he's a free agent coming up. I have no intention to pay him big money. So let's sit that one out. That's my opinion on DeRozan. But he doesn't help our 3-point shooting either. I like what we've got in Barrett, Brunson, and Randle offensively, and we get some extra floor stretching with Devo in the starting lineup. I think that's enough shooting. We also have to consider what our eyes are showing us, and that's Brunson has taken his 3-point shooting to another level. Right, he's shooting above 40% for the season on high volume. So I really don't think we need another big offensive usage guy like DeRozan. It ain't like he's no catch and shoot dude. He's a dude that needs to be with the ball. So I think we have enough guys. We have, at the moment. So let's see what happens. I think Leon Rose might make a trade for a wing, a defensive longer wing. A guy who can defend the Giannis's. A guy who can shut down the Jason Tatums. People were talking about OG, because those guys don't grow on trees. I don't see that, able to happen because, of the situations. Maybe it could be another guy. Maybe Tari Eason from Houston. I love him. Alex Caruso is another name that's heating up. Right, that's starting to pop. Is Alex Caruso. For me personally, I like Alex. I think he's a good player. Little undersized still, but he could play big. Like he could guard. He could slow some dudes down. Yep, Daryl agrees. No DeRozan, no LaVine. I will take Spider though. I'm with you. Yeah, I'll take Spider all day. But I think that's going to be an off-season thing right now. So let's see how far we can go with this squad. Kind of feel for dudes like Deuce, feel for dudes like Jericho. They're not seeing many minutes. They're worthy of getting minutes, but hopefully at some point Tibbs expands the rotation. Because tonight, Julius Randle, knee inflammation. Right. He's been playing gritty. He's been playing tough all season. That last game against Charlotte, we had to run up the score to get the NBA quarterfinals in-season tournament. I think we got to be rational with these minutes. We've got to be smart with the allocation. Maybe we do need to get the backup 4 in as well. That's another move I could see. Maybe at the deadline we free Evan Fournier. We get another expiring salary in who can play some backup 4. The rumors will start to heat up too, fam, around this league. As we're one of these teams to respect. Tied 4th in the East, surging now, but it's gut check time for this week against Milwaukee, and then against the winner or loser of Boston or Indy, and then Toronto again, and then the road trip coming up. So this month's going to be huge for the season as we pass the quarter waypoint, right? The team's buzzing at the right time, the chat's popping, and as we get ready to wrap this thing up tonight, the Knicks took care of business. 12-7, Devo 7 threes, basically balling out, and he was taking care of business late, raining those threes. I want to see that switch up. Grimes can get active with the bench, but Josh Hart, stand up, right? He's in beast mode. He wants that Rolex, for the NBA Cup. The rest of the guys, shout out Brunson, Randle. These guys were cooking. But that's the starting lineup. Replay squad. What do you guys think? Should we put Grimes to the bench? For me, I think it's right. I think we need to do it. But the bench wouldn't lose anything. It's still a strong bench with Quick, Hart, Hart as well. And I think there's upside in that move. So orange and blue skies, salute Knicks Nation, salute chat, Luke, Tay, Daryl, Michael, our communities, let's go. Anyone else? Johnny Davis come through, Almighty, Chad, what's up? Joe, great feel-good win, and let's get it next week, and I'll see you again. Peace, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. Hope your football team wins. Let's go Knicks.